This video uses chord charts, traditional music notation, and tablature, also known as tab. This is a note chart. Each vertical line, up and down line, represents a string. From left to right, the vertical lines represent the fourth or thickest string, then the third, second, and first strings. Each horizontal line represents a fret. Dots are placed on the note chart to show you which strings and frets to hold in order to play scales or chords. In some cases, like this example, hollow dots represent an open string. This note chart shows 3 dots on the first string. The dots represent the notes to play on the fretboard. To play the notes below, simply pick the first string open, then the first fret, then the third fret. You can also play it descending by picking the first string, third fret, then first fret, then open. Here we are using more than one string. To play the notes on this chart, pick the second string open, first fret, third fret, then play the first string open, then the first fret, then the third fret. You can also play this descending by starting with the first string, third fret, then first fret and open, then play the second string, third fret, first fret, then open. When notes are intended to be played on higher frets, the fret number is listed to the left or right of the chart. The previous exercise didn't use fret numbers because the notes were near the open position or within range of the nut. In this exercise, the number 7 tells us that the lowest fret we use is the 7th fret. To play this section, start with the first string, 7th fret, followed by the 8th fret, then 10th fret. Or, to play it descending, start with the first string, 10th fret, then 8th fret, then the 7th fret. Bass tablature, or tab, uses 4 lines. Each line represents a string. The bottom line being the 4th and lowest pitch string, the thickest string, and the top line representing the first or highest pitch string, the thinnest string. Instead of using musical notes for each line, numbers are used to represent the fret that is to be played. For example, if a 3 is written on the 3rd line, you would play the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. If a 4 is written on the 3rd line, followed by a 5, you would play the 4th fret on the 3rd string, followed by the 5th fret on the 3rd string. If you were to play more than one note at a time, the notes would be written one on top of the other. If a 4 is written on the 3rd line, and directly below it a 5 is written on the 4th line, you would play the 4th fret on the 3rd string along with the 5th fret on the 4th string at the same time. There is also tablature for 5 and 6 string basses. You'll be able to use this video even if you do not learn to read traditional notation. However, we have included an introduction in this section. Music is traditionally written on a staff. A staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces, which represent the different notes of the musical alphabet. The notes represented on the staff come from our musical alphabet. They are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. After the G note, the alphabet starts over with A. This also works in reverse if you are playing or writing the notes backwards. G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, and so on. Bass music is written on the bass clef. Whenever you see this symbol, the music can be played on a bass guitar. The notes of the bass clef start with G on the very bottom line. The space above G represents an A note. The line above A represents B. The space above B represents C, and so on. Notes can extend above and below the staff by the use of ledger lines. There are also different versions of most notes called accidentals. Accidentals consist of sharps and flats. To make a note sharp is to raise it one fret on the bass. To make a note flat is to lower it one fret on the bass. One way of writing sharps or flats on the staff is to place the symbol before the note you want to change. Another way of writing sharps or flats is to use a key signature. Simply put, a key signature is a group of sharps or flats at the very beginning of a staff line. The sharp or flat note in the key signature indicates that all notes of the same name will be altered throughout the piece of music. For example, if the key signature has a sharp symbol on an F, you are to play F sharp in place of F for the remainder of the piece of music, unless otherwise indicated by another accidental symbol. When a sharp or flat note needs to be changed back to its original non-accidental state, a natural symbol is used. Most bass guitar music uses both tablature and staff notation, which allows you to choose which method of reading you would like to use.